YouTube. I'm so sorry, YouTube. I was watching an entire match already and we didn't even go live. My gosh. Feels bad. Welcome, guys. We're actually in the middle of a break getting ready for the next match. You're catching in when 100 Thieves went up 1-0 over Luminosity. It was a macro diff. 100 Thieves clearly showcased they had more map knowledge than Luminosity. You doing good? I'm doing great, Tetcher. How you doing? Good to see you still around. I've been around every day. For 8 hours a day, for 6 days a week. I just play a lot more fun games now. Good thing we had that 5 minutes to catch that. Yeah, that's right. Yep. Alright, we'll push the YouTube stream live. My bad, guys. For the last decade, that's right. 10 years of streaming, Effie. You right. Love some DBZ and mobiles are my weakness. I was playing it earlier. It's pretty fun. It's Pokemon Unite. But with Tug of War instead of like basketball drops. It's pretty fun. All the characters are free right now and it'll be out for like 2 or 3 days. So if you want to check it out now. It's a network test. But you do have some baby gamers on. And it is what it is, you know? I think I have to just sacrifice and realize that, you know, not everyone wants to try hard as much as I do. And it will always be an internal problem for me. Krillin's really fun in that game. He cooks. What comps were ran in the first match for Marvel Rivals? Pretty standard, actually. Hela, Punisher, Loki, Cloak and Dagger, Magneto, and Doctor Strange. And then there were some, like, alterations. We had an Iron Man and Ultron. But the aim for 100 Thieves was too darn good. Too good, man. But honestly, like, 100 Thieves just played the map way better. Like, Luminosity just seemed like they were overextending to try and get kills. And that just comes from, like, really good practice. Like, you can tell 100 Thieves put in the work. Like, they want their monies. And they may just have the best talent on the board, to be quite frank with you. Vinny's presence was too much for them to handle. Dabba is a Vinny truther. He is yelling from the roofs, Vinny, 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 baby. Vinny, 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 Vinny. But we'll get ready for game number 2. I'm expecting a Loki ban, to be quite frank with you, or a change in team compositions. I know Dive isn't fully the meta anymore, but you need to get on that back line and break them to have the DPSs have a hard time, right? I think there's too much plug and play for you to get rid of DPSs. Dabba is face down, calling out Vinny. He loves him. He loves him, apparently. He has good aim. Dude's talented. He had a very solid... That was a Magneto, right, Dabba? The Magneto had a fantastic bubble to win an entire team fight.
For 100 Thieves versus Luminosity, map 1 Vicky, firmly belonging to 100 Thieves. Punisher, bullets for voice lines. He said a whole monologue. I mean, that was pretty much what we saw there.
He was truly the executioner that you got to worry about, right? Because immediately at the way that
on tank,
the map went down, and you wonder, you know, those bans, I don't know if it was even really helpful in terms of LG, NA, but how they were able to navigate around the...
Yeah, I don't know if there's a solution here that's going to be in bans. I legitimately think...
that match was lost in the pick ban phase. Listen, it's a new pick
I disagree so much with these commentators. Holy shit. Am I an asshole? Am I allowed to disagree with people?
Just having Terra being so flexible.
Like, you can literally see the macro diff. What are they talking about? It doesn't matter what you ban out in this situation. If you don't play the map as well as the opposing team is, you're going to fall every single time. It is what it is. Their supports were tucked into the correct spots, and there was literally only one time Luminosity even got close to touching them. And it was a complete flank from a Star-Lord, and they had a chance to turn it around, but then 100 Thieves turned around and bobbed him with an ultimate and just outskilled them. There's nothing to do with bans. I feel like that's disingenuous to the players. Call it as it is, man. Alright, I was actually really curious about this ban phase. Let's watch it more. Because the ban phase was a little weird. Because the first ban,
in their choices here, and again, it's
Okay, so it looks like the first ban is mirrored, and then when it goes into one protect, and then it's a 2 here, 2 here, 2 here. God, this needs to be fixed. This should be. I like actually enjoy MOBAs because it's more vertical, right? This is kind of weird how it's horizontal. Okay, and then so is it Loki and then a protect?
Yeah, so far repeated history.
Yes, and then it's 2 bans. Yeah, there's a ban on Loki. Yeah, I was gonna say that's probably the only thing I would change in the ban order to adjust.
So maybe this was a nod back to those times. But
I do want to see Ultron played at a high level. I want to know how he does, because I think he's good, but a lot of people kind of complain about him and say he's kind of mid.
we've got that Magneto save there for 100 Thieves.
Okay, so now
And to be fair, the argument is that his numbers are inflated because he's always healing all the time, and inflation is definitely an issue in stats. You never want to look at stats when it comes to, like, constant healers, right? Okay, so Luna Snow and Ultron being taken out. Okay, so longest ultimate in the game in terms of healing taken away. Cloak and Dagger protected just to make sure they have one at least save. You've already had a Loki ban? Excuse me? What's this? They actually said, F it, you ban Loki. We'll ban Loki too. We're good. That's crazy.
Supports that they have. SJP was on that Loki, so no longer of course that's going to open up an invisible woman.
Kai?
A lot of these main healers being shut down for one team and forcing them into a bit more uncomfortable roles, but they have this.
Wait, can they pick the character?
Wow, wait, so now seeing here too, this means that LG was like, we are not risking any chance of 24 seconds of immortality with a Loki plus Luna Snow. So they knew what they were doing out here too. Looking on the other side though.
You only ban for your opponents? Oh, weird.
We're maybe gonna see the Invisible Woman here for
weird.
perhaps here too.
Okay, so we see
That's so weird.
I've seen a lot of Black Panther today. We saw Sparker play.
That's kind of a lot to take care of. Okay, so they banned the other team choices.
Yes, maybe in
Interesting.
Black Panther's not the greatest this season, but in the right hand.
But, so they banned Luna, but then they protected Luna over here.
But Delina, I've seen them flex over
I'm so
to
confused.
the Flyers. No more Hella right now. We've got
I feel like visually that could be fixed a little bit better. So they can play it, but ban it for them. So they ban Luna Snow for them, but they get to play Luna Snow.
It's definitely a fun one, and I think it's great for Flyers. You have plenty of
Interesting.
options and ways to get in and out. Also,
I kind of like it, but I think visually it needs to be fixed.
Now, Iron Man does sound like a trash truck flying. He's extremely loud. In the
Like, I would rather, like, this side, it would be vertical, and, like, up here it's, like, 3 protections, and then the bans over here.
This is also, by the way, Vicky,
I think that would feel better.
ever going down that elevator.
Interesting. That's going to be hard to remember off the top of my dome, then. That kind of changes a lot, though. Like, I like it. Just changes a lot. Whew. Nice angle. I like Magneto over here on the left. He protects that high ground from being taken right away, but they can pull back to his teammates and get support. And then usually you have other people back here on the corner, right? Playing around. God, Magneto is so strong in this situation. Because he gets to, like, poke, right? And then he has 2 fail-safes, and then he can drop down to his team if he needs it. Why do you give the high ground up there? Do you think Cloak and Dagger was in trouble? It must have been a comm. Good pick. Dang. Is he going to switch immediately off of Iron Man?
Land and air. They've got Delina throwing in the explosions from the top, and Black Panther of Terra.
Oh my gosh. Delina stayed on the Iron Man. It's your boy Vinny!
Elimination potential that we do see from Black Panther.
Also important to note with 100 Thieves with SJP being on that rocket, that BRB beacon.
I do love seeing the dive mixed in for Black Panther here. We should be watching the Black Panther. Black Panther just went in. We were watching it for a second, and then we switched to an Iron Man ult. I've seen a million of those. I wanted to see Black Panther cook. Doesn't matter, though. They all got destroyed.
That starts with Haluk. Very good block of that Iron Man ultimate. Great job keeping the team alive.
Okay, Luminosity getting some pushing going.
What you want to see from Luminosity after Krakoa and what happened there. Again, new map, new chance. And we've got both
They switched off of Iron Man. Yeah. I think at a high level, dude, Iron Man is so rough to play. I know he terrorizes like mid elo. I think Torch is actually a more applicable high level character. You can squish his hitboxes, and he has great zone control. And he can blow up tanks. Nice shot, Magneto. Alfie finds a pick in the right corner. Okay, Luminosity cooking forward. Alfie running it down. Dude. Magneto has to, I know everyone says that Emma Frost is the best tank. I think Magneto is legitimately the best tank in a 2-tank setup. Not by himself. Emma Frost better by himself, but I think Magneto's the best in a 2-tank setup by far. As long as you have good cooldown resources, and you make sure that you're using them at the proper times, you pop it off. Ooh, that was a cute little shift. Nice. What's up, Bash? How's it going on? We chilling, bro. We vibing out here. How are you? I'm ready for my subathon tomorrow, dude. Are you going to be playing in the PvP games? Are you going to 1v1 me? Or play some team games, dude? I can participate. Let's go. Oh my god, the hella flank on the supports! I'm loving this from Luminosity. This was our problem in the first game. They were not putting pressure on the supports. Obviously, the dynamic changes because it was a King of the Hill, right? But we're getting these DPSs to get back there, and you're seeing Hunter Thieves struggling a little bit more. This is very refreshing to see. This is great adjustments by Luminosity. Wolverine, not naked enough. Get him off my screen. I need more nudity on my Wolverine, okay? Although he's kind of cooking right now. Maybe I'm gonna get nude. Hell yeah. Why'd he stop moving? He wiped him and was like, God, did you see that? Did you guys see that? I cooked him, bro. Okay. For some reason, the guy, Haluk, playing Thing and not being on Hulk is breaking my brain. I don't know why. My brain doesn't like that. But I've never been one for names. Good position here by Hela. Has a full health pack here. Can flank to her team if she needs it. Incredible control. Luminosity grabbing the high ground, coming down. Magneto gonna try and push him back. All you need to do is get like 1 or 2 Qs. Directly around. Team supporting. Good. All they need to do is get on the point and push it down. Ultron's ulting. What is Ultron ulting? Can we look at that? Can we look at that? Can we look at the Ultron? Okay, good push forward. Cloak and dagger. Love it. This is such a hard frame to get into. Magneto waiting for the iframe. Waiting for it. Oh, not quite the hit. Good flash damage, though. Cloak and dagger needs to die. Needs to die. There we go. Cloak and dagger down. Luminosity has a chance. Suit Storm pops her ult. Jumps forward. Pushes them away. Turns around the trade. That chance is starting to falter. 1 minute and 20 seconds. And the thing is, Wolverine has an ultimate left over. Wolverine can stop one push by himself with that ult. This might be over for 100 Thieves. Yeah, this might be the set here. Going to defense. Hela has her ult, but I don't think it's as impactful as Wolverine and Thing. And their own Hela has it. Yeah, I think 100 Thieves wins. Ult economy is way in their favor. March steps up. There needs to be an incredible pick here. Yeah, I think March is the right person to watch here. See if they can get a pick. Bad. Bad trade. That's not good. That's not good. Hela goes up with 7 HP! That's huge. This needs to trade out 1. Probably going to die when she comes down, but that's fine. If she trades out 1, good. Can't really hit that. That's really hard to hit. No way you hit this. No way you hit this. What? I guess it was over. It didn't even matter. I can't believe you won. That's bonkers. Because there's actually a sound effect when she falls out of her ult, so you can just turn around and shoot her. Okay. Portal. 4 seconds. It's too late. You need 6 seconds to do this. It's too late! To apologize! Damn. Damn, bro.
first round.
He stood still for your clap. Is that what it was? That was the applause? Hell yeah, dude.
That was a glorious start, and then it fell a little bit flat. I will say though, this map is tough to go the full distance.
Nice hold by Loom. They got him pretty far.
At least some momentum, but this is it. They've got to hold. If they want to avoid the lower bracket, this is where Luminosity has to pull out all the stops. They're not changing much here from the comp we just saw. And listen, if I'm 100 Thieves, I'm pretty comfortable with what we just played because that put a full stop to Luminosity.
What I do find really interesting is how 100 Thieves.
All right, Luminosity. See who's got your hold.
These strategists,
Let's see.
in general, we talk a lot about
They got to where Vinny wanted them to go.
but the rocket at the very
So
beginning
let me get this straight. Are we building a meme right now?
come right back.
Every
We saw
single
the
time
Iron Man
that
was
100 Thieves does well, we say it was Vinny diff.
the thing come into the
Is that it?
equation, over to the Invisiwoman, a lot of back and forth.
The problem is with this type of meme is what happens when they lose. Who do we blame?
On the side of 100 Thieves.
And I like that.
That's a good shot, actually.
Strategies that we might see from 100 Thieves.
I actually think the art in Marvel Rivals is so beautiful.
The Punisher is great for
Like, I love the maps so much.
It comes down, and I like to say this a lot with
Vinny said that was far enough. We're good, boys.
They've got Terra, but it is so hard to pick.
I can get behind that.
Harvey and SJP are so in
Truly.
sync to stay alive and pump out the heals.
They keep it up here, starting things off already. They're taking a different angle too. Look at the way the LG is positioned up on the
'Kay.
background, but you can't sleep on who's coming up from behind you. Flank, hand in hand, Delena also.
Oh, it's weird to see Ultra down here. And there's like weird choke where you can't go up.
It's also making LG focus all their
Wolverine comes in the back. He literally snipes the Luna Snow there, and there was zero reaction. That's insane.
When has Wolverine been known to be sneaky? I mean, he just
That's
goes behind
wild.
and gets a huge pick. And Delena, while getting the distraction turn, Haluk goes down as well, making it an easy.
I like to play Lotron, Dia. I mean, he's really good to like hover at like mid-range behind a tank for sure.
really splitting the attention of LG after losing now March, a bit of a
Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This Wolverine is eating people for breakfast.
Ricky, I swear, it looks like one team's playing chess, the other one's playing Jenga. This is just such a great job of 100 Thieves knowing exactly where they need to go, what positions they need to be at. We have Brady here in the backline trying to make something happen here with Ultron. Getting dangerously low there as Vinny, the tree.
All right, we gotta stop staggering, guys. Reset. Reset, reset, reset. This is a best of 3, right, chat? Quick and easy.
An opportunity for the whole team to regroup after losing out on that first player.
Yeah, it honestly just the dominance and clean and coordinated there. This is a tough map to reset as well.
Dude, Terra is just flanking behind them constantly.
As a third strategist, help out your team get back to this all-important hold, and this is the hold for the double elimination bracket.
Okay, Luminosity steps up. Big cooldowns being used. 100 Thieves backs up. LG Breedy coming in with his ultimate. Getting some decent damage on them.
But no, everyone's hidden well, and that's the story of this
I
map.
think Terra's still on the flank, isn't he?
Everything is going to be able to reset right here too. You're looking at 100 Thieves and what they have.
Ooh, I like that spot there from March. I might steal that one. I actually have never used that.
Needle, ult, Alfie too. TDK taking a good amount of damage though, but 100 Thieves have a plethora of ultimates to work off with this.
Yeah, I mean, they've got
You can almost smell the desperation from Luminosity.
as he hits up his ultimate. I mean, you're gonna have to get something going, and March is gonna try to get
I wish we could hear the comms. I bet the comms are rough right now.
going up, but TTK
Hella grabs the other Hella. There we go. That's actually a good thing to do because Cloak and Dagger ult was down. And Magneto was ulting as well, so you might as well take out the other Hella.
here in the top bracket.
At the same time, you've lost both of your vanguards. March goes down right afterwards. Here.
TTK with the flank, comes in with the sword.
Making a
Big Terra ult. Okay, Wolverine. I don't know, man. I think I might be a Terra truther.
gets clobbered right
I don't know about Vinny, Dabba. I think Terra's the real carry.
forcing LG to
What's Vinny doing here?
I mean, listen, it's
Aside from putting walls up.
pulling out the bubble there for Cloak and Dagger, making them use the all-important.
GG's, bro. GG's.
That was just perfection. You can't ask for anything else if you're 100 Thieves. And listen,
Yeah, 100 Thieves kind of cleaned that up.
but you have to know, you did just play 100 Thieves, so it's okay. You're in lower eliminations now, a lower bracket, and you can kind of regroup and get things ready. But if you're 100 Thieves, this is what you wanted to see.
Man, the way that we also
That's how we know Trick doesn't reach chat. Terra probably the matchup at MP though. Oh, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm kind of watching it.
quick adaptation here
Blah,
for
blah, blah.
100 Thieves, and we talked about how
Aside from pushing the objective and win the game, what do you do? Exactly. That's what I'm saying, dude. That's based. That's it.
Thieves, the way that they were just able to forcibly stagger LG.
Dude, I love how effective Wolverine is in this game.
Across the board here, and again, it
Like, he's not going to have the most damage. He's probably not going to have the most kills. But man, his kit is so fun for winning a moment, you know? And that's what the game is all about. Winning a few moments here and there. That's how it be. That's it.
Trying to figure something out and try to test some of their comps that they're going to be showing us later. But one of the best in NA get the win on our first match today for Marvel Rivals.
Okay.
We saw everything come out of the books though for LG. They tried the triple support. They even tried the triple Vanguard, as we saw into the Wolverines. Something very interesting here too. But regardless, it is 100 Thieves that show off why they are one of the favorites here in America.
Yeah, I will give it to Luminosity. They did change up their strats a lot. They definitely tried to find something. But how do you beat a puzzle if you don't even understand what the puzzle is doing, you know? As a renowned puzzle gamer myself.
I like to say the last pick of the draft is Mr. Irrelevant in the NFL, and this is the same. Just because you're not the top team, it's irrelevant. You're here, you can make.
They tried to suck less, they just didn't? That's mean. That's rude. What the hell, dude? What the hell, bro?
Yeah, it's not going to be the only one, absolutely. We saw some of the highlights. That was a little rough to see. Alfie, unfortunately, missing out on that meteor, then swiping his Terra, literally forcing out some of these daggers. I also would love to highlight the coordination that we keep seeing from 100 Thieves. Not only does this team already have history playing with one another, they've been able to build up so much synergy. They not only split a lot of the attention from LG, whether it be a lot of flanking opportunities, they find a little bit of resistance. Will they have somebody else come in and split that attention from the other side of some of these hallways in these buildings? And it worked out beautifully there for 100 Thieves.
The teams that we've seen be able to put a lot of pressure on 100 Thieves are ones that can match the Hella, Energy, Cow, these great other Hellas that can match Delina, because if you don't, you have to worry about Terra, and the Delina's just going to pick off your team from the side. We saw that time and time again, and so you really have to have two elite duelists that can take care of the aim god and then also the king of flexibility, because if you think about it, Terra, one of the best duelists.
The aim god and the king of flexibility.
Do it twice with that passive, and that seems OP. Game Shark cheat codes there for Terra. Who just again displayed a great play overall.
And then of course we also saw the opportunity between like Mart and Delena. Good luck, because that was that 1v1 that I was not expecting. You know,
this guy gets the job because he has rivals in his name. Seems like a solid caster to me. I'm not hating.
Interesting to see how that really plays off. I mean, even the
maybe.
Having that Hella
I did hear a lot of it was based off TikTok views, and my TikTok views are very meh.
Some of that attention and also enable the
I don't know. I don't know where to place myself as a caster anymore. I don't know. TrikSlyr TrikSlyr is a mouthful. I should have put rivals in it. Maybe TrikSlyr. Huh? Huh? That could have been good. Or TrikVuls?
Clear minds and just had a good time out there, and it showed as they're going.
He also kind of looks younger than me, to be honest. I'm kind of old.
And excited to see what that will bring. But all together,
nobody wants to see their grandpa casting a video game, huh?
He'll be playing here pretty soon. A couple things to clean
be
up.
what it be.
Not the worst performance.
And again, it's just double elimination too, right? So you have another opportunity here to iron out what you got to fix up, so you GG and go next and see what you have to do differently.
Isn't that guy horny? I don't know. Is he?
Teams from lower brackets go on to win it all. It happens plenty of times. It's not.
I think that'd be awesome since my grandpa is dead. Whoa! Damn. Sorry for your loss. Ouch.
This is a lot of the elite play we're going to see, but I expect to see a bunch of different team comps, and that's what's beautiful about this pick and ban system. Is unlike past Invitational and the Championship, the MRC. You kind of saw mirror comps in the same team comps, but here it's just something completely different. But one thing we're not going to see, Vicky, is Emma Frost. I don't think we're going to see any of her today. I mean, she's always banned.
Yeah. Honestly, it's very difficult. I don't blame the fact that we're seeing Emma Frost being banned a lot more.
I'll blame them. I'll call them all out. I'll say they're cowards. Emma Frost has clear weaknesses, okay? People just don't play around them.
What Emma Frost does, disrupting the piece is the best way that I could put it, at least in my own games. So whenever you have someone trying to grief you, you trying to pop an ult, you get commanded grab, and then you have to deal with the rest. It's difficult. But also combine that with I mean, you look at 100 Thieves and you have an Emma Frost and a Gru. That's going to be incredibly difficult to navigate through too. So at the same time,
Thighs too distracting, got a ban.
rather deal with the Magneto than with the potential.
I think she's also like, I think it's like the perfect meta to kind of counter her as well. Like you burn down her shields pretty quickly, you put good pressure on her so she's forced to use her diamond shield, right, to stay alive a little bit longer, diamond form.
Fantastic character across the board. But what I like to see now is Vinny is flexing to that Magneto, and then we're having TTK, who is just great at Doctor Strange, playing his role. So if there's no Groot, you've got the 2 shield.
I feel like everybody in Marvel Rivals has a good Strange. It's kind of hard not to play Doctor Strange well.
Top tier kid, again, plays on controller, was playing Strange before it was cool. I mean, the guy's been good in Electric at him for a long time.
It's incredible to see the different outputs that we also have going into Marvel Rivals. That's what Marvel Rivals is all about, right? Anybody being able to play here, and TTK displaying that being on controllers.
He's playing on controller? That's kind of nutty. That is a flex.
That we just watched go crazy, and hey, let's have some fun. Let's bring him in on for an interview, and we're gonna ask him some of the questions like Black Panther that I have not seen. I've watched a lot of Terra. Black Panther, not one of them. Let's welcome in Terra. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you.
Hey, it's Star-Lord!
Hello. I'm good. I'm doing good. How are you?
Oh, I mean, my man, we just saw you the last
Hell
time.
yeah.
It was the Invitational. Now you're here in your room. You guys are all together as a team. And listen, we saw Punisher. We saw Black Panther. Tell me about... First of all, tell me...
Mullet, I'm in? Yeah, I like him. Did you get the job? Hell no, dude. I got let down easily.
Can't say anything. It's leaking.
Oh.
You know, it's early into the meta. Nothing's set in stone.
Fair point.
That's interesting. So, I mean, off of that note, you know, we're not revealing too much. What are your thoughts so far on the state of Season 2.5 and looking at the other regions? Because I feel like we've also been seeing a lot of a different outlook from these different regions and how they've been approaching the meta too.
I think the approach for the meta, like this meta is good, but it has some flaws in it, obviously. But the thing about this meta, it's very flexible. You have a lot of things that can be played and all that. There's like things that have like counterplays and that really don't have counterplays, like Jeff NATO. That's something that is a little bit overtuned in my opinion. There's not a lot of counterplays. There's only like really 1 or 2, but it leaves a lot open to the meta. It's not
You have to
just
use a third of your entire team's ults to do it.
Or just triple tank or just group mirror. So the meta is really good now, except for some stuff that you can't control.
Yeah, what are your thoughts on this new pick ban system? Obviously, it allows for much less mirror play, and I was even talking to Vicky. I thought we'd see some, you know, maybe Jeff NATOs from teams that are trying to punch up above their weight a bit. You guys got rid of that pretty quickly, but what do you think of this new pick ban system here?
I think the pick ban system's really good. The only problem I think a lot of people like have is like how the bands aren't like together. So
yeah,
like,
visually it's weird. I like it. Visually they need to figure out to make it look better.
Oh, okay.
I think they need a custom UI.
That's also just, hey, we saw you in that room. You guys were all together for the Invitational as your team got signed from...
I feel like draft should make sense the moment you look at it. You shouldn't have to be like,
Do you miss it?
I think so, it's just different lifestyle. Like not a lot of us like this are for a lot of first timers. Like have our team is like first time being on a big org or even like flying out to events or anything like LA and all that stuff. So it's like a lot of people liked it, but obviously you miss a lot of stuff at home.
Hey, what's up, Zocubby? Welcome. Enjoy.
It's like it's a good mixture, I would say. Like it's good having the life and then you go back sometimes to LA, so it's always good.
Yeah, awesome, man. Hey, you know, listen, Vicky, I always love asking this. If you have something to say, we're at the start of Ignite here. What do you have to say to everybody watching right now about 100 Thieves, about you, Terra, who is known as just an elite duelist? I want to give you the floor.
I'm literally just a kid from Canada. I just play the video game. That's kind of it. That's literally it. But what I would say is, for 100 Thieves, we picked up our new coaches, Millennia and Remix, and Remix wants us to get this 3 mil, and we're coming for it. That's what Remix says. Mark his words.
I like that. That's great. I love being able to hear a lot of that banter going on.
I love esports.
Thank you so much for talking to us.
I'm all about it, dude. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro.
I have a feeling that we will see.
Hell yeah, brother.
It's always a good time talking to Terra. Just a kid from Canada, Vicky. You'll love to see it there. And hey, I like that he didn't want to spoil too much of the strats this early on.
Didn't want to reveal it. lit, but also a bit of humble, you know, maybe not too humble at the same time too, but allowing him to explain exactly why they do the things that they do. And I'm always welcoming that going forward, especially after taking a
I like Team No Job. I want them to do well.
Stage 1 Group A bracket.
And there we go, guys. I swear there's got to be a pick'em cipher here because I want to see y'all's predictions. We have 100
Thanks, JRS.
advancing on, and LG going to that lower bracket, and then they will play the winner of Shikigami versus No Job, Jobless Bums. That will be a fun matchup. Very favorable.
God, if No Job can face 100 Thieves and win, I would laugh so hard.
And then Envy there versus Fly. Again, a lot of great
That's the play that I want, bro.
in that, kind of quarter semi.
I'm into that, physically and happily. YouTube, if you guys are watching, just so you guys know, I'll only be able to watch half of this. This is going way later than I thought, but let me know if you like it. Like, subscribe, etc., and I'll continue to stream this. I'll probably be doing it on Twitch no matter what, but if I find there's a YouTube audience, I'll make sure to keep doing it there as well, okay? That includes comments if you're watching them later on. Comment below. This is way later than I thought it was going to be. 4 o'clock to 6 p.m. is kind of a rough time slot for me, but I can make it work. We'll see, we'll see, we'll see.
But I'm telling you guys, in these tournaments, why esports is so great is there's upsets all of the time. Don't go anywhere. We've got a great next match coming your way. We're going to take a quick break, and we'll see you guys in just a second.
I think esports is great because it's all goddamn day. You can log in, log out, hear about a match, watch it later. And once the storylines get going, it starts to feel really cool and unique. It's authentic, but cringe at the same time. Because, like, a lot of these people don't have PR training, you know? Did you wear a jacket next time you interviewed? I sure did, Brandon Robb. I interviewed that. I think my interview went very well, to be quite frank with you. I don't know. I don't know why I wasn't chosen. I think they didn't listen to me. I don't know. It was kind of interesting because, like, the people that interviewed me seemed like they were really young esports people, and I don't think they knew who I was, which is like, it's not a big deal. Like, I don't want to like say everyone should know TrikSlyr. Like, I'm kind of a small time streamer now, but they seemed like they just wanted to get the interview over as soon as possible. So I don't know. And then, of course, I had the really nice email afterwards. Oh, I didn't wear the cool Letterman jacket. Is that what it was? I should have wore a Letterman jacket? Shoot, bro. Shoot. Maybe that's what it was. I don't have a Letterman jacket. I wasn't a Letterman. I was a band nerd in high school. And a theater nerd. I played football because my dad wanted me to, not because I wanted to. Damn. I made a mistake. I was a band nerd and you had a Letterman? Well, I was a band nerd and I was also poor. I didn't do anything. I didn't go to like literally everything I did in high school was all the free stuff. I did like theater, I did like band because they had a free clarinet, so I played a used clarinet. I stayed in after school activities to watch movies, and that was about it. Anything that cost money, my parents were like, no bro, not happening, which, you know, they had 4 kids, kind of hard to do. Bum. Walked to school, rode the bus to school. Good times, dude. Hello, fellow kids. I am one of you. You had a job at 13? Did you really? I had some summer jobs. My summer jobs where I would go to like farms in like Bay Hill. Oh my god, what am I even saying? What am I saying? I can literally see it. What is that practice called, chat? Where you take the wheat and you turn it into like a square and then you put it into like a bar? What's that called? What is that called? Why can't I say it right now? Why isn't my brain working? Baling hay. Baling hay. That's what it was. Yes. Baling hay is what I did. And I learned, for the record, if any of you go to bale hay in the future, wear pants. I don't care how hot it is. I wore shorts the first time with ankle socks because I'm a millennial and millennials wear ankle socks. And when you go to pick up the... Here, I'm gonna show you guys this visually. Can you see me? Okay, when you pick up the hay, you grab it like this and you pull on your knees and then pull it up like that. And so when you're doing that and you're wearing shorts, it's cutting up your legs like crazy, dude. So I came back on day one and I just had all these blood cuts. Like, hay is brutal, dude. Hay will beat your ass. It takes no prisoners. I'm starting to see a pattern. Trick's dad wanted him to be a football player, but Tim wouldn't have any. So they settled. Did you just did you say Trick's dad and then say Tim in the same sentence? They saddled from Fist, but then Tim found his true colony, the clarinet. What? What? Effie, I'm not following your line of thinking. My grandparents were farmers and I would go help them out at harvest every summer when I turned 11. Yeah. The two biggest things that were side jobs when I was younger was hailbang.
JRS86 sent, did you tell them you were like a big beat manager at Quick Trip and how good their hot dogs are?
I did not.
That's what I would have done.
No, I focused on my esports journey. And I told them about how much I enjoyed esports and how I haven't had a game in like 4 or 5 years I want to get lost into, and Marvel Rivals was that. You saw the interview, JRS. You literally saw it. It was on YouTube. I did it there. The interview process was interesting. It was like, what do you think about Jeff changes? And I was like, okay, here's my thought process on the Jeff changes and how it's going to affect the meta. And they're like, wow, you really know what you're talking about. On to question 2. Over and over and over. And that's what we did for about 24 minutes. That was it. And I had a cast as well.
Welcome back, guys. Marvel Rivals Ignite. We're just now
A 2-minute clip. Live and in the moment.
We just heard from Tara, one of the top.
I asked them when they were like, hey, will you cast this? I was like, hey, can you give me different emotions to go through while I'm doing it? I'll show you how good I am at changing my voice. And they're like, no, that's too hard. Just cast.
I'm already imagining that.
It was an interesting interview. It was.
Because we highlight, you know, very strong teams.
I tried as hard as I could to show off what I got in me, you know?
Stay here within the Americas region. And
What? That was too hard? Yeah, I was like, yeah, tell me when to be excited. Tell me when to, like, quiet down. Or tell me when a moment's chilling. And I'll do it. I'll show you what I can do with my voice. And they're just like, eh.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, listen, some of these teams, because they did well.
I think you overcomplicated it. You should have focused on Quick Trip. Next time, chat. If I get another interview, I'll bring up Quick Trip.
Two other teams, and so we've got a brand new nightmare.
Yes, I managed a gas station once, so I can cast esports.
Team has spread into other teams, some in coach positions, some in sub positions, like Kindred going to.
Sounds like the others were unprofessional. No, I don't think they were. I think because one, they were Chinese and I was America, right? And so there's like a different in culture. And then I think the other part too is they were just young and they didn't know who I was, and they probably know who these guys are, right? Because these guys were already working on Marvel Rivals beforehand. And then the other part too is like I was trying to include them in the interview, and I don't know if they're used to that interview style. Like that works here in America. I don't know if it works in China, right? Like I was asking questions back and trying to get them to do things, you know? Because I wanted to show like how much of a team player I can be, but it may have just been too much.
You did see me. The game did expose me. I grind.
Did they ask you to submit videos of your casting prior, like before you already interview? Yeah, I put a couple of them in there. They had sources of my casting and things like that. I showed them some Marvel Rival stuff. I showed them some hot stuff. I showed some old StarCraft stuff. It was actually a lot of work to go back and find all my VODs. I don't know. I had that really nice email that was sent back to me. If they ever call me, I'll be there. If not, it's whatever, you know? It be what it be. Can't be entitled, you know? Just work as hard as you can. Do what you can here and there, bruh.
I know we all feel it on the ladder when the Black Panther's going crazy and your whole team is done. To watch Tara do that,
Alright, chat, I got about 1 more hour and then I gotta clock out. Uno mas hour. Hopefully we can get this whole series done.
Skins coming back in the 616 volts. Guys, if you're a Marvel nerd like myself, you know that the 616 is the main established universe in Marvel Comics, and this is where a lot of the iconic stories take place. Love the call and the name, but yes, holiday skins that we saw in early or late December. We've got the iconic Hawkeye that people have been wanting back, and I gotta say, this Captain America skin, I owned it, and I was one of the few that did. I was repping it all the time. It's a little less rare now because you guys could get your chance to nab these.
You could have also gotten that skin for going to see the movie, right?
I want to get the Venom one. I think I have the Rocker one, but I want that Venom one so bad. It is such a sick skin. Venom rocking, honestly, in my opinion, some of the best skins out here in the game.
Yeah, our team
I don't
is
believe he's a
amazing.
real Marvel nerd. Well, he does have the time guy
They can come up
back
with
there.
new skins.
I believe
We've
it.
seen a lot already here, going almost into 3 seasons.
That's a reference to the Time Police in Loki.
As we head into this next match, we're gonna take a
Also,
look at
there's
the
different
roster
varying
of
forms of nerd.
and
Marvel,
players
like,
against
has,
Citadel Gaming.
God, what?
But we're gonna go and
Nearly
check out
70
Nightmare's
years? Is it 80 years?
We got some drawn art with a little bit
Of storylines?
we've got a sculpted
You can be a fan of so many different storylines and different segments, things like that.
I love how we have
Thank you,
some
Brandon Robb.
good
Appreciate
players
it.
with their
We'll see
own
one day. We'll
art
see.
profile, and then the other half of the team, you know, we have their respective hero that they may want.
I like these doodads. Who drew these?
To introduce Nightmare, just to make a statement here.
It was founded in 1939, so what? That's longer than 80 years. My God, it's like 85, 86. 80 years of retcons? I mean, to be fair, if you have the same story, the same characters, you're gonna have retcons. CB, did you try the Dragon Ball Z MOBA? It was actually kind of fun, bro. It was kind of enjoyable.
For sure, and again, this is a team that not a lot of people know their players, so I'm excited to see what they bring to this Ignite tournament and make a name for themselves against Citadel Gaming. Now, Boom Crew was going head-to-head in the MRC against 100 Thieves. They showed off greatness, but now they have transformed into Citadel Gaming 10x. We've got some insanely good players here that you definitely know. We have Maze,
Citadel Gaming.
Ultron, Reb there. Lot of solid players that you
I see real nerds, they ain't clean. Hey, are you saying handsome people can't be nerds? That's rude. And also, does that mean I'm not handsome? What the hell? I think the cool thing about nerdom, legitimately, is that we're online, so like anyone can be a part of it, and we're all like, aside from when people judge ranks, generally everyone is equal, you know? It is the rare space in the world where you can just be on equal footing. My comic book guy sets my books aside for me, and I get him like every 2 months. That's cool. Okay, well, I'm not that deep. I like Marvel, but I don't know every book and every storyline. No. No, I do not. I didn't know who Magic was until this game came out. I had zero idea who Magic was. And now that I've read some of her stories, dude, one, she had a demented upbringing. Two, I think she's really cool. What's current meta? There's 2 different metas that are discussed a lot about right now. One is flyer meta, and I think the flyer meta is fine. I just think a lot of people, and this is going to be a hot take, are bad at Marvel Rivals and don't know how to aim. So they're just whining until the meta gets fixed. And then 2 is usually, like, most meta is, of course, your major healers, Cloak and Dagger and Luna, and Loki. Those are probably your top 3, with Ultron getting mixed in a little bit. And then you want to have, like, strong front tanks, which is usually Magneto and Emma Frost, from what it sounds like. Groot's kind of fallen out of favor. Groot was really good last season because Emma Frost couldn't stack on his wall, but the last patch changed that, actually. So Groot's still strong, but not as obtrusive as he was before, right? Like, the whole meta was literally Emma Frost versus Groot for a while on the tanks.
Getting taken away from Citadel.
No more mischief. Okay, so no Loki on the other side for Citadel here. Human Torch also is going to be able to get banned. Of course, the red team, by the way, that this is a big notice, does get that triple back-to-back ban, which is nice.
So Torch ban, which I think Torch will always be a consistent ban. Torch is really strong, especially if you don't have good aimers. Honestly, I think a character that should be good this season, if you're seeing a lot of flyers or 2 or 3 flyers, is Black Widow. I legitimately think Black Widow is so slept on. She was really bad in the dive meta last season, but dive was just good against everything. And of course, if you have a sniper that like doesn't have much mobility and can't dash or can't kill anything quickly, like they're gonna be strong. I think Black Widow is legitimately good. What's up, Jordan Shaw? Thank you. Jordan Shaw, are you JRS? JRS, did you say that my video interview was good on Twitch and then go over to YouTube to double tap me? Thank you. Appreciate it. God damn it, JRS. Why are you posting in both chats? This guy. Yeah, they got rid of the 2 flyers. And then we got Storm locked in, huh? Are we gonna get Jeff Nato? No way, dude. If we had Jeff Nato on day 1, I would be so hyped. I would give this team my nipples.
sort of protection, but that means you can't get yourself.
They changed last second. Bummer.
See that right away locked in,
What map is it?
obviously no storm yet. Okay, no,
Domination map? I think Thing is way too good on domination maps. Legitimately. Ah, there's a storm. We don't have the Jeff NATO, but we do have the Loki double storm ult. Typically, you're going to use it for Cloak and Dagger, but if you ever do want to completely wipe an entire team, or you know both healers are down, Storm double is a great option. I think Loki's going to be a mainstay in competitive gameplay for a long time. Legitimately. His flexibility and skill cap is something that pros should just latch onto. Where is this? I have not seen this. I'm so fast or quick to look to a victory that I don't look at this stuff. Isn't it in the back of the room? Where is that? I'm gonna go sit on it the next time I play. Alright, I'm kind of curious what both teams are going to do, because high ground is very important here. Like, that spot right here in the center, like, this is actually such a good spot to control. So I'm kind of curious if we're going to go there. Ooh, ooh, portal. Oh, cut him in half. Oh, that was a huge play, actually. Wait, that was actually a good play. Wait a minute, Citadel. Oh my god, they cut him in half, and then they made them go into the point. They grab the high ground, they get one snipe, two down, into MR actually gets destroyed on that. Punisher comes, oh my god, Citadel. We're writing that down. I might do an analysis on that. What the hell? Citadel G against NTMR. So what they did there was they took Doctor Strange's portal, cut them in half. They couldn't get back to each other, and then ran through it and got a number advantage in a 6v3, and then put damage on them and then pushed them out. That was fantastic. What a play, dude. The correct play around that is for the other three that get sectioned off to rotate around and grab the health packs and then go help the other three and then join. But you can tell that NTMR was not ready for that at all. NTMR was like, what? Now the thing with portals, I think that's another cool thing in Marvel Rivals. It's like the amount of potential portal plays, dude. There's so many ways you can play it. CTG is just cooking at the moment. If you're a support player, by the way, watching these games, notice that every time a DPS uses an ultimate, they stop healing the tanks. The tanks start playing more passive, and they focus on just keeping the DPS alive. If you do that in your games, you're going to climb so quickly in ranked. Storm ult. Coming for the back line. Go straight in. Luna Snow counters it instantly. Yep, that's the problem with Storm. Her ult takes way longer to farm than the opposing supports. Good news is Luna Snow is now down on her ultimate, so NTR can do a push if they have an ultimate. All they have, though, is Magneto currently. If they had a Loki ult ready to go, they'd be good to go. Pancake gonna portal in. Is that the right spot? Waiting for the last second. He doesn't. They jump through. Healers need to stay in there and wait. They do. Hold the corner. Magneto has the ultimate. Trying to find an angle. Great job by Citadel. They let them all in on the spot. They already have the control of the objective. They don't have to do anything. All they have to do is find a pick, and they do get one. They get the Punisher. Fraud steps forward. Starts cooking through that shield immediately. Citadel actually taking some damage, though. NTMR finds a big pick from Magneto. Aurora dropping the aura. Okay. That's fine. I think the only thing... That was some good camera work. Honestly, I'm more impressed with my observers today than the players. Is Doctor Strange a toxic Medivh? Kinda. Doctor Strange is really cool. I'm surprised you haven't played this game yet, JRS. Like, it's actually phenomenal.
Right, little blockade here too, actually. Just while they try to wrap around, Citadel still have that invisible boundary.
Okay, NTR holding pretty well. They have two ults. Cloak and Dagger's linchpin here for this win. Oh. Pancake hit the ult in the back right. Or Mace did, excuse me. Good hit. Cloak and Dagger responds. Ulting on top of it. Storm able to come in as well, but Luna negates all of it, as Luna does. So far, the Storm really hasn't done too much except provide a little bit of lightning damage. Two do get picked off. NTMR having to back up to the corner. Luna Snow ult is now down, so that's going to be a Punisher if it get picked. There we go. I think Citadel has this now. Yep. That should be it. Ooh. Maybe you should apply for the casting gig. I would have been happy for you, Dabba. You would have done great.
Yeah, honestly, and this is what I expected to see. I'm telling you, I've seen this team perform again from Boom Crew earlier.
I really like that portal for Citadel. It set the whole tempo for that match.
To perfection as I talked to the coach, and they just kept telling me what they have.
You're calling out impact players left and right here. It's a Luna Snow, bro. Okay, you called out velocity. Literally, if you look at any character here and you tell me that Luna Snow's gonna do well, I'm gonna say obviously. Give me another player right now, Dabba. Let's test your knowledge. Who's the next player? Luna Snow has the most obnoxious support ult in the entire game. 12 seconds of healing. It's nutty. I'm ready to put on a show. I think she also yells, "I suck" occasionally. Hydran staying on the Storm. I don't know if this is a good call, dude. I love Storm, but they need to do a better job of forcing ults out.
Slow and easy here. Nightmare approaching with 3 ults ready to go compared to Citadel, who burned good amount to
Oh, I keep saying NTMR. It's Nightmare. My bad, chat.
with the poke pressure coming in from the other side as Nightmare try to play ring around the rosy around Citadel.
Yeah, here we go as they're trying to get that early poke again. This first cap is so
Okay, Magneto comes in. Great player on the corner, actually. Nightmare kind of cooking. Not really hitting his shots, though. I'm not gonna lie. A little rough from C4, dude.
You love to see that here, getting the aggression, not bending or breaking against what was the first map. Citadel has too much with that Hawkeye. My goodness.
Huh.
To the face will end it quickly. Make it 3.
He's unstoppable with the way that we're seeing this Hawkeye played out from
Dude,
up here. And
they
yes,
just used
we were
2
talking about
ults
favorite skins,
and got
so
wiped
I
and
would
lost a
say
point.
This Doctor Strange skin, the multiverse of
That's
madness, is absolutely
rough.
one of my favorite skins that I've released for the game. It's always so nice to see.
The voice lines will give you Nightmare.
I would be so deflated if I'm Nightmare.
That killed it. Now, Fraud, again, as I said, they have the entire ultimate.
Okay, ult coming out. Great play by the Doctor Strange. Whenever a Storm is gonna ult, you want to try and isolate her, right? And put damage on her. So Doctor Strange jumping in and ulting the rest of the opposing team stops the fight from unfolding in their favor. That was a heads-up play there from Mace. Nightmare, though, they push back, though. Great damage so far. Clean it up. Pancake runs it down. Nightmare takes the point.
And now Nightmare finally are able to flip this point.
1, 2, 3 from Storm. My goodness, you don't even.
I'm curious what happened there, because I think Mace played that perfectly, but for some reason his team didn't put damage on Storm. Instead, they pushed forward to follow up on the Mace ult, which I think if you kill Storm there, you stop it in its tracks. You only need 1 takedown. Okay, Magneto used the bubble, and as well as his meatball. Storm actually went into the ground. Well played there. This is Hydron once again. Okay, good spinning. There we go. That's the focus we were looking for. God, I hate Hawkeye so much. Look at this, dude. Just slamming his left click. Look at that. Look at that skill. Look at that skill. That's so good. It's so fascinating how, like, Hawkeye requires a pretty decent amount of, like, decision-making, cooldown abilities, and aim on his basic kit. But then you get the ultimate, and it's just like, you just kind of spam in the general direction of enemies and kind of cook them. I guess the idea is, like, it's so easy for Hawkeye at that point when he dials in. Okay, Cloak and Dagger ult, pulling straight on in. Good job pulling back. Straight into... Oh my god. Citadel. Great job on the kiting back. Mace goes in, gets an insane combo. Finds a Lucky. Loki now down. Doctor Strange is next, and he eats him. Dude, Mace played so well this round.
I mean, the amount they must have gotten extra training at Kamartage, the
He's
Doppels
portaling.
have seen so many Eye of Agamottos to perfection.
He's just scouting them.
This time
That's
around,
cool.
this is going to be the last
He's just seeing where they're coming from.
for Nightmare, but Citadel bringing the fight to them. This is what you love to see from a
Big ult comes in. Pancake gets deleted immediately, though. He still hits the ult, but not enough. What a great portal spot. Citadel played well there. They got bodied on? They sure did. That was nutty.
Like, you know, instead of hold it back, hold the line, now let's just take to the fight to them once again.
Cinema. I think Mace was my MVP that game. I think he played incredibly well. Mace is the new Vinny. That's my goat.
And what made the big difference, Vicky? What are you seeing here?
Valentina with a 33k on that strategist being on that invisible.
Oh my god, who cares about healing numbers? Who cares, bro? Mace was the MVP there, 142%, dude. Every single time there was a momentum swinging ability used by Nightmare, Mace stood in their face and said no thank you and shut them down perfectly. Mace was cooking that game. Legitimately the MVP. He also had that insane portal at the start.
Yeah, there's definitely a Punisher difference there without question, and the supports were just having a tough time even staying alive.
Maybe I should start that series. The true MVP of this match. Look at this. Oh my god. And you notice where he was like shifting and then canceling it to get the momentum to swing in? He was nailing the arcs, dude. He was the Patrick Mahomes of Doctor Strange. He got lucky constantly? Yeah. Yeah. My man was eating.
But the timing on when they were executed to then counter a lot of the Eye of Agamottos really came in clutch. At one point, we were talking about Valentina and navigating around an Eye of Agamotto themselves. It was actually Nightmare who had not unleashed that button yet. They were trying to force out that invisible boundary earlier on. Just the way maybe they could see from Hydra who actually...
I'm surprised they stuck with Storm. I feel like it was not going well for them. I feel like if you're going to go Storm, you have to ban Luna Snow. You legitimately cannot let them have Luna Snow.
Yeah, and I gotta say, Velocity known for the low
She farms her ult faster than Storm's ult.
She is in this
And
right now. Listen, Magneto does his way. You know, he can bend metal, but he also bend
she has decent like flyer damage, right?
Save. Go to Magneto almost every time from these teams. But we've highlighted this before, Vicky. I love to see people off their main meta hero, and then they play just above par there, and Velocity showing just great timing, and honestly, a lot of final hits and perfection with Luna.
I agree. You know, whether it be even trying to take that second point that we saw slower, whether they have to work their way around, a lot of poke pressure from the other side, and then navigate also through the map itself without having to force their way onto the point is something else to consider too, right? When you see a lot of these high-level players work around the map terrain and try to actually patiently work their way into the middle console, sometimes you don't just have to beat your opponent there, right? You want to get that first important pick before you're able to take control over that point first.
Mace actually goes by Kobe on his ult account. I believe it. I do, actually. I do.
And you can see it. You can visualize the coordination and just tell that there's that comfortability. And you've got to, if you're new, you've got to have fun and go out there and play loose. Because right now, the team with all the fun, because winning is fun, but also the aggression is Citadel.
I guess it's a camera upgrade time? Is it, Crush?
Camera upgrade time.
Crush, thanks for the tier 3, bruh. How are you? How's the new house? Thanks for the 104 months. Tetra was here earlier, Crush, and he said the... I don't think he realizes it, but he said the meanest thing possible that I could ever read in my chat. Wow, didn't know you were still around! Bro. Bro, I get no respect. It's excellent. I went over and got all the door codes changed today. Hell yeah. I know. Oof City, bro. Oof City. I know. I was gonna call you out if you didn't sass him. I feel like I did sass a little bit, but then again, like, I get people gotta do their own stuff. It just feels ultimately bad when it comes from other like HOTS people, you know? Just feels bad. That's all. That's okay. People got their own stuff. It's whatever. I know they mean it in a nice way. Well, I'm glad you got your house, Crush. I hope you enjoy it. Fill out the room, get a man cave, fill the pantry up. Home tip that we recently experienced lately. Make sure that you don't have open things around that might be in a warm environment. Because these things called fruit flies like to show up. Look, my girlfriend left for a week, chat, and it was not my fault, for the record. But she left for a week, and the next thing you know, I go downstairs the next day, and there's bugs everywhere. And I'm like, what happened? I looked over at Robbie, and I was like, what'd you do, Robbie? What happened is there was like a snack drawer that we had, and some of us left some snack stuff in there. I'm not going to say who. It wasn't me. And apparently some fruit flies got in there and left some stuff. And we've been having to deal with it for like 3 or 4 days. And I'm got to the point where, like, if I hear a bug, I'm, like, triggered. So, you know, keep out for that. Def Trick's fault and probably something Crush hasn't experienced since he was a kid. Probably. I was unsupervised for 7 days and it wasn't my fault. It wasn't my fault. It really wasn't. It really wasn't, man. The only place that I'm super dirty in is dishes and then up here. This room is disgusting, to be honest with you. But, like, it's my streaming room. I don't care. We chilling. We vibing. I'm here for work. Alright, chat. I got one more game in me, I think. And then I gotta head out, okay? I don't know when the next match is for America. I think this is every week, and if it's every week on Thursday, I can definitely do this. And we'll do watch parties. I like watching this. Hopefully you guys enjoy it too. If you're over on YouTube and you like it as well, make sure to like, comment, etc. And I'll try and do more of this, you know? Trick takes his webcam and shows what's under his monitors. I mean, my desk is kind of dirty. Like, I just got stuff everywhere. Like, I got deodorant over here. I got, like, Clorox wipes over here. I got, like... I'm an old man now, so I have, like, Zyrtec. And, like, you know, vitamins over here, you know, for days that I forget them. I have an Evelyn statue over here. This isn't even mine. I didn't buy this, but, you know, my roommate got this for work because she works at Riot, or my old roommate. And she's like, do you want this? And I was like, sure. So I have this random, like, Evelyn statue where she's half naked, but, like, you know, I didn't buy this, but someone gave it to me, you know? I got, like, my Gold XLR. I got a couple of these around because, like, these clean my glasses. I got some D1s because I had a content ID, and I was gonna, like, roll dice and pick my characters off the dice and their abilities. And it was a 1, 2, 3, 4 thing, but then I just never got around to it. So these D4s are just sitting around. I have anti-thigh sweat for when I go outside. You know, I got a meat maker pin because I got sent me your maker stuff, and then I got some pins over here. Like, you know, it's not that bad. It's not that bad, bro. It's all right. It's chilling. Yeah, got an energy drink from whenever I'm sipping, bro.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back. We've got
You know, normal nerd shit. I'm living my life. Vibing.
A little bit of a one-sided battle right now. Vicky, what do you think we should see?
I don't think that was one-sided at all. I think the difference between these two teams, I feel like if I had any, I actually think Vicky Kitty is killing it. I love her commentary. For this guy, I think he's good at commentary and he has a good voice, but I think he makes general statements that are afraid to make actual hardcore analysis. And I don't know if he's just like taking the hosting role or if he's incapable of doing it. Legitimately, Citadel Gaming just had high impact plays that they delivered on. And I would even go as far as say Tang Diff, right? Why do you have so many things on your desk? What do you mean? How many things do you have on your desk? What do you mean? Do you guys just have like a completely clean desk? Honestly, the real answer is because, like, I don't know about you guys, but when you get into a partnership, you know, one person likes to decorate the house, and the other person doesn't like to decorate the house, at least for me. And I may or may not be the person that doesn't like to decorate the house. But when I do want to put things down, my girlfriend says it doesn't go with the decoration of the house, so therefore it goes into my room. When does the subathon start? Tomorrow. What's up, Walter? Walter, when are we going to play some DBZ? When's that going to happen? There are no dishes or cups. Legitimately, the only cup I have here is water. Listen, chat, it's just a lot of shit. It's just shit. All right, new sub goal. Whenever I hit 100 subs tomorrow, I'll add on top of it that I'll show you guys my desk, okay? I'll show it to you. It's not that big of a deal. It's not that impressive. It really isn't. It's not. All right, we gotta focus. Some people care. Been there, bro, every day. Thank you, Brandon Rob. Show me now. Don't talk to me like that, Frost. Okay, let's see here. Emma Frost banned for both sides. Luna Snow banned out for Citadel. Why did a Luna Snow ban? Oh, okay. I keep forgetting that it's for the other team. They don't mirror bans. This is the first tournament to do that. It's gonna break my brain, chat. I'm gonna get it. Makes sense. Get rid of Luna Snow. I don't know why Nightmare isn't banning Luna Snow. They're probably gonna change their strategy up. If they go Storm again and don't ban Luna Snow, I'm gonna throw a fit, dude. I've watched Cody's vids on Marvel Snap some time ago. Honestly, I don't like his voice that much. It's like too much of a tryhard voice, if you get what I mean. So, I'm going to disagree with you on that. I think commentators have voices. Hardcore analysis on this stream. And I think it's really stupid or really rude to go for people's voices, right? People like different audios. Like, my voice is high-pitched. I can get it down and deeper when I need to for casting and bring intensity. Like, I can do that, but it really hurts your throat to do that. I don't think he's going to be faking his voice. If anything, he's probably broadcasting more from his throat. And he could probably do it from his diaphragm more. But his voice is fine to me. Like, I have no qualms with his voice at all. I think he's fine. I think he's doing good in that regard. Like, you gotta understand that, like, you can't just be boring as a broadcaster or a caster and just, like, talking your normal voice. My normal voice, I'm more quiet in person. I have, like, a couple of one-liners here and there, but I don't really talk that much, right? But when you're on broadcast, you gotta find a comfortable level that is enunciating and kind of louder into your microphone so people can hear you or they're gonna find you boring, you know? Just think about that before you flame his voice, I guess, you know? If you don't like it, you don't like it, but I don't think there's a problem with it. I can't listen to Trick's YouTube voice, for example. I don't know what you want from me. That's my presentation voice, bro. I don't know what you want. Hello and welcome! It's a presentation, bro. It's an illusion. I don't know. Let's give him a better chance. My only qualm with him was his analysis. I feel like his analysis is like big general statements, but, you know, we'll see if it happens over time.
Yeah, absolutely. This is honestly one of
Old StarCraft casters had to do like 17 hours a day. Have you heard Tasteless from 2005 to today? It sounds like he smokes cigarettes, and I think he does. But legitimately, his voice is so much deeper and gravelly from doing it for so long. Ah, fair enough, Due. New a day. I was just giving context. Fair enough. Thanks for sharing your thought. I try really hard not to flame a voice, because I feel like you can't really change much about a voice as a caster, and as someone who's gotten a lot of shit about my voice, I get really, like, sensitive about it, you know? So I was just trying to give context. Take it or leave it. Up to you, bruh. Okay, how are our compositions? Nightmare's running a tank killing comp versus Citadel running a... What the hell are they running? It's for defense. Their comp is better for domination maps. It's triple tank. I need to see how they're playing this out, because I actually don't know how they're going to play it out. The problem with, like, a 3-tank composition is you're very susceptible to flanks, right? And if you're on defense, you're going to get flanked at some point. But I think they might be skill diffing right now. I guess what I like about this composition is both Cloak and Dagger and Sue Storm have their own ways to survive if they need to, and so the 3 tanks can just kind of phase in and out of the fight. Dude, they are literally camping them on spawn. Oh my god, Nightmare. Do something. You can't go out like this, bro. There we go. C4 says, I'm done, brah. Oh my god. Holy moly. 1 tank goes down. Only 1, though. An entire Punisher ult to kill 1 tank. I don't know if I like that change. Nightmare struggling out here, trying to hold the front line. They brought out Storm again. The problem with Storm here, they need to do a Loki ult, and then they have to go into Storm again. I need double tornadoes. I feel like that's the only way that Nightmare can win.
Exactly. That was incredible. Getting that when you have so much damage output coming out of Nightmare 2, not very surprised. Hydron also
Okay, Fang ult. It connects on Punisher. Beautiful bubble from Magneto. Cloak and Dagger. Ult coming in from Loki. Runs on the back line. They finally find one pick. If they can get one more pick here, they can get a lot of space. Great ult from Usher, though. Oh, maybe that's why they're running the triple tanks. Because Ultron's ultimate heals and does damage in an AoE, and maybe because you can farm Usher's ultimate so quickly on Ultron, they can just keep 2 tanks alive at all times. They can afford to sacrifice one. Hydron has his ult. C4 steps up, trying to kill him from the back line, but he's getting destroyed by Mace. Mace has just been killer today. Hydron trying to find a pick. Finally, they get one. So it took 3 minutes to move out of their spawn, chat. 3 minutes. And here's the thing. Not the character. Citadel can just portal in and defend once more. Yeah, they're going to do it right now. And all they have to do is they don't have to get kills right now. All they have to do is delay this fight for a minute and they win. Hydron comes in with another ultimate. Locking down some targets. Magneto goes straight up in the air. Tosses it. Tries to go for Cloak and Dagger. Misses just barely. Usher goes up in the sky, though, and literally flanks the opposing team. And starts to get the shots up. Look at how everything is kind of, like, altered. Nightmare's, like, pinched into this weird corner away from the defender's advantage. Great movement by Citadel here. Need to kill that Punisher. That Punisher has to go down. Hydron's back in 3 seconds. Pancake trying to hold. He does have an ultimate. Big Fang ult hits 3 people. Wait a minute. Nightmare may have clutched it. 2 down. Pancake trying to hold. Usher above, providing the heals once again. Trying to keep Mason Monster? Is that his name? Monster? Alive. He does his job long enough. The other 3 do spawn, but can they get here in time? Are they gonna make any changes? They actually changed the storm so they get the speed boost. I don't know if it'll be enough, but it's a smart change. Captain America is faster too. Okay, so they changed the faster reinforcement. They're gonna fight. They think they can make it in time. Cloak and Dagger. Oh my god, Sue Storm gets in there and ults it! Wait a minute! Valentine helping, holding the area. Micah drops down a Cloak and Dagger ult, stacks it for some reason. That doesn't work anymore, but I think he just want to get in the back line. Drops the E. Good combo off. Trying to hold. Pancake trying to hold as well, but 2 are down. One support's already been killed off. Micah gets the lead once again too. Here comes Mace with a massive ultimate. It's over. GG's. Damn. Is Doctor Strange just OP or something? Doctor Strange has been nerfed into oblivion 3 or 4 times, and he's still useful in competitive play. I think he got a buff last patch, but Doctor Strange, because of his portal, is just incredible. Right? It's nutty, dude. It's straight up nutty. Thank you, Nuadai. I appreciate it, man. Thank you for checking it out over on YouTube. Well, shoot, chat. Nightmare has to do better than that. For 4 minutes straight. I don't think they got it in them. They're going to 3 tank. You know what I'm really curious about? Is Adam Warlock good here?
Yeah, and honestly, Nightmare had the right
How dumb is playing Adam Warlock here, chat?
strategies, but there's just an answer every single time.
That's why I couldn't see the questions he was answering. Yeah, I have YouTube going as well. I want to try and get some YouTube content going for commentary and whatnot. I think I need to get my views up in general on YouTube to impress some Marvel Rival folks to get hired. So, you know, here we are, doing the work. Are all these matches best of 3? Yes, sir. There is 4 matches happening today, and they are best of 3s. I am not familiar with the full schedule yet, and I'm going to be starting a subathon tomorrow, so I don't know if we're going to have anything else until next Thursday, but I will try to cover as much Marvel Rival America as I can, and I might cover one more other. We'll see. We'll see if people enjoy my commentary and stuff. I don't want to, like, go all in on Marvel Rivals, because I definitely want to play some other games and whatnot, but I do really appreciate this game. Interesting. Mace went into Wolverine to start.
Swap off, get the quick picks there, and now it's going to be going on over to the Doctor Strange and
That's kind of interesting. He played Wolverine, went for a quick pick, uses cooldowns, popped his passive, which gives him regen, but it's down for like 120 seconds until you get kills. So he ran back and got back on a Doctor Strange afterwards. So he gives them a chance to open the area and then go from there. Someone Twitch chat to open up YouTube stream on the other monitor. I can probably combine the chats. The issue is I don't think my partnership allows for me to do that. I think Twitch will get upset at me if I do that. And I don't want to lose my partnership on Twitch because it's where I make a lot of my money at the moment. But I'll see what I can do. I have to check the TOS. Storm ult hits 6. Magneto hits the ult. The iframe from Cloak and Dagger was fantastic there. Oh my god. Oh my god. Micah just clutched that for the entire team.
Great play there, given a little bit of what they just got on this map. And again, we're seeing it from Nightmare. There's that triple Vanguard setup. But this time, C4 is going to be that.
Why are we not yelling about Micah? Micah literally had a frame-perfect iframe there. That was insane. Well, Micah just died, but he did great earlier. Whoo! Well then, here we go. What's up, Witchstruck? How are you?
Getting a little bit of peeking going on. Mace is doing a little bit of portal peeking, as I like to call it. Might close off the team.
Oh, this frame is breaking my face, dude.
Love this strategy and play that we're seeing from the top strangers.
If we're gonna be able to get some more information, block out the doorway. Can't go anywhere. You're gonna force to be wrapped up around.
Portal to lock him in there. Buy some more time. They go around the right side. Cloak and Dagger leads the entire charge. Micah just ended twice in a row. Okay, maybe that's why we're not yelling about Micah. Micah, what are you doing? What are we doing, Micah? You're about to lose the entire tournament, and you ult straight into the opposing team. Micah! Dude, did Sue Storm just push them all back? She sure did. What is happening? Big combo comes off. There we go. It connects. Citadel has complete control of the objective. Sue Storm had a great push there. She kicked 2 off of there. The Winter Magic skin comes out in an hour? Hell yeah, Sword. Hell yeah, bro. Alright, chat. I think that's going to be the end of it. I don't know if we'll have time to do another match. And I have plans with my girlfriend tonight before we start our stuff with them tomorrow. I have to go to the gym. We got some burritos coming our way. We got some stuff to do, okay? So, that's it for me, I think. I hope you guys enjoyed today's watch party. If you are enjoying this, I will probably do some more. I think they're going again next Thursday. I gotta look at the schedule. I have, like, in the back end, it's been really, really hard to get information about these tournaments. So once I know them, and I know them for sure, we'll go. Like today, I thought this match was happening at noon, and then I kind of got chastised by people for like trying to confirm it, and then it wound up not being right, and then I just like wasted my stream time. So hopefully it'll be better later on. Maybe they'll have more information for us wannabe casters, and then we'll go from there. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for hanging out. YouTube